next tool here is multi-category tag. It attaches tag to elements of multiple categories based on a shared parameter. So we use this for adding a shared parameter between multiple categories. For instance, here if I select these parts or these elements, as you can see, the command parameter is shared between all of them. Or if I use click and drag and then I uncheck tags in the filter, okay, there are some shared parameters between these 79 elements, as you can see: rooms 5, structural columns 8, and so on. Okay, we got these shared parameters between these 79 common or selected elements like image, command, export to IFC, and so on. So these parameters are shared between them, so we can use multi-category to specify the value of command, for instance, and then place the tag for command. And we usually use this for the shared parameters. For instance, we talked about the shared parameters before, so suppose that from Manage tab, you may want to create the shared parameters in the projects or in the families. It does not make difference. I click on shared parameter and then create. Afterwards, we specify the file path in tags, fac files. I name it multi-categories tag, or information. Then I create a parameter here. I name it start date. Okay. The next one, finish date. Or the next one, actually I set the name for the group. Let me change it. Here I should delete the rename the parameter group. I rename it to 4D informations, for the information. Finish. I create a new parameter. I name it a start date, then text for the data type, and the another one I delete it, create a new one, finish date, text, and then OK. Or the new one, for instance, I can set it to is finished, yes or no data type, and then the next, no, we can create whatever parameters to share them between the elements. Okay. Afterwards, in the project parameters, click on new, shared, and then I use finish date. I choose all of the categories, and then in text or in general, instance, and OK, creating a new one. For the is finished, checking all of the categories in general, and one more shared parameter for the start date. Check all of the categories, general, and OK. Right now, if we select all of the elements, we got the general parameter group. So let's see. I select all of these elements, and in general, I can specify the values for these parameters. Let me see. Okay. Then let me select the vols, and then I specify a date 22 to 2024, and then for the finish I define 32 2024 actually, and I check is finished like this way. And for the interior walls, I select them all, cancel. Let me try again. Select all instances in the project, and then for the start date I set it to 1, 2 and 2024, like this way. I specified a date for the windows as well. Afterwards, in Annotate tab, multi-category, as you can see, no multi-category is added, loaded. We load one. So let me find the multi-category tags. Metric multi-category tag. We open it. Then, as you can see, if I add the tag, something is shown on the walls, doors, windows, floor. I set it to free end to show them, and other elements. Okay, so a specific parameter value is shown on the tag. But what is the parameter? Let me check it from the family, which is type mark. Okay, so I can delete this and I can add the shared parameters instead of the type mark: start date, finish date, and is finished. Let me associate these three new parameters. I add them for is finish, like this way. I check them to break and wrap between parameters only. Afterwards, show border, make them transparent, and OK. Then I reload it into the project and override. Watch this. We got the start and then is finished values for all of the elements actually. Watch this. We got this information as well for multi-category tags. I add it on this type of wall, and also I double click on this door to specify the parameters values for the door, for instance. For instance, 21/3 2024 or 25/3 2024, and then we can specify yes or no, or select host, and then we can keep it unchecked. Watch this, no, like this way. So we use the multi-category tags is used when we got shared parameters between multi-category elements. Then we can use click and drag, but mostly in shared parameters.